going on, guys? We are back with the Cobra. You guys saw in the last video, we got the AC working, we got the gauges working on the Coyote Swap Terminator, and now I'm gonna start driving this car more on the street because it's comfortable to drive, it's hot out, but now with the AC working, it's gonna be awesome. So it doesn't have a upgraded radio, stock radio in this thing, and I like to be able to plug my phone in, I like CarPlay, so we are going to install a radio today. So ignore the trim and all the wirings. That's from my select shift and nitrous. That will eventually be tidied up, but we're gonna go ahead and remove this radio today and get one that I can plug my phone in, charge it, and we can play some music and CarPlay through. So I went and bought the cheapest CarPlay radio on Amazon. This may or may not have been a terrible decision, but we went ahead and picked up this radio and we're gonna try it out. So right here is the radio, which I think is super weird because it's actually really thin. Again, this may be a terrible decision, but we went ahead and picked up the Metro harness. So we're gonna splice that together. Very, very simple right there. We're gonna line up the wires with their supplied harness that they have here, and we should be good to go. Surprisingly, it also came with a rear-facing camera. Very shocked to see that. I don't know if I'm going to actually hook that up, but I was looking for radios, and there was really no. There was like $200 no-name Chinese radios, and then there was this one which was $100, and then there's like $500, $1,000 radios. I decided to go for the really cheap one. If it sucks, it is what it is. So I guess we'll see. I'll drop a link in the description. If this thing is actually decent, then maybe you guys can pick up a cheap CarPlay radio. And if it's not, then you guys will know to not buy this thing. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is splice in this harness real quick. Alright, for those of you guys who have not done this, see right here, this is the Metro harness. This is the harness that comes with the radio. What we're going to go ahead and do is line up the colors with the corresponding colors there. Here all should match up, and we'll make one complete harness all together. Alright, and just like that, we got the complete harness together. Should be ready to go ahead and plug it into the car. Alright, so in the car, install's pretty simple, although I just realized I forgot something. Forgot the frame to mount this in the car. That'll hold it in with 4 bolts. Regardless, we'll be able to get it in here, plugged in, make sure it works, but yeah, I forgot that. But install's pretty simple, easy enough. I'm just gonna go ahead and move the shifter out of the way. Then this panel, since I already have this panel off, this is a swap car, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this and hopefully not break it. A lot of this old Ford interior stuff is fragile. I've had this one out before. We'll do that. We'll unplug our 3 buttons right here, and we'll move this off to the side, put it in a safe location, and then we will have well, there should have been 7mm bolts, but in our case they aren't there. I'm gonna pull out the stock radio, disconnect the factory plugs, maybe, there we go, and last one, there we go. I'll take the stock unit out, go ahead and plug this in, then plug, I believe this should plug right in. Cool. And then we got one more. We got our antenna, which I really don't use, but it does, in theory, go right in. And yes, it does. We'll go ahead and kind of put that in place. You can see that it does not fit properly. Again, forgot the little plastic bezel, so I'm gonna have to go get that. But let's start it up and see what it looks like. wow, that screen doesn't look like the best quality. Go ahead and turn the car on. Let's see what this looks like. I'll give it a sec to kind of boot up and see what it does. Okay, so the touchscreen doesn't look too bad. I don't really know how to use FM. I don't use FM ever. Let's go ahead and plug in our phone and check out the CarPlay. All right, so far so good. CarPlay seems to actually work pretty good. There's definitely a glare here, but it's not too bad. The touchscreen's a little laggy, but I was able to go ahead and change some audio settings on it. You're also able to go back to the regular radio. It has Bluetooth. Overall, it doesn't sound too bad. There is this one annoying thing that I noticed when, so let's say we're playing video. So I just have this is a no copyright song, so we can go ahead and play it. I'll just turn that down. But the sound system sounds pretty good. The sound system in this is stock, so I wasn't expecting anything amazing. But if we go back to car, whenever I hit back to CarPlay, it always pauses for a second, which can definitely be annoying. Although, like, once it's set up, it won't really have a problem. I don't know what it just did right there, but oh yeah. Or nope, I don't want to play that. But overall, it seems like it works pretty good. I have CarPlay and some factory vehicles. You can see right there. It seems to work pretty good. So, you know, obviously you got your messages, you can have your GPS on here. So I think overall, this is a pretty good deal. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that down. Pretty good deal, 100 bucks. We got a CarPlay radio. All right, so now you guys shouldn't have the glare. So the one thing I don't like about this is that it has the plus and minus as like kind of touch buttons, although they're not that bad to use. But I definitely like a knob, but I couldn't find anything relatively cheap with a knob touchscreen. But this is $100 and it works. Hopefully it lasts. I mean, luckily I bought it from Amazon, so Amazon has a pretty good return policy and whatever else, but it seems like it works pretty good. The sound works pretty good. Like I said, I wasn't expecting anything amazing sound quality. I'm not a sound guru, so some people might say, wow, this is a crappy radio. It might be, but for what I wanted, which was, you know, be able to have GPS on it, CarPlay, charge my phone, and play music through it, seems like it works perfectly fine. So I'm pretty happy with it. Let me know what you guys think. I really wish I would have remembered to get this bracket thing, but I didn't. But anyways, it is in there, it is working. So we will get this back together and with the frame and everything, and then we'll be wrapped up. All right guys, so I actually got the head unit completely installed with the bezel. It looks pretty good. I will say it doesn't fit like a normal double din head unit, mostly because it's not as thick as one and it doesn't mount properly. But everything else though works pretty good on it. I'm overall pretty happy. We'll just go ahead and start this. And then get the radio to come on. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. It does pretty much exactly what I need it to do. You can play on Bluetooth. Bluetooth works pretty well. The USB does not charge the phone very fast. It will hold the current percentage and increase a little bit, but it's not a high output charger. So if you are going to be using this for the CarPlay, just keep that in mind. It's not going to charge the phone very fast. Everything else though, for a $100 head unit, the sound system sounds great. There's also an SD card. The radio works, Bluetooth works. I have not tried a call on it, but I don't imagine it would work pretty well because there's no microphone input for it. But everything else, I am pretty happy with it. The time is currently off just because I just removed it to put this bezel in there. But overall, if you're looking for a super cheap CarPlay radio, this one does do it. So very happy with it. My interior will hopefully finally be together in this car. You guys see that this is all apart. I need to take the shifter down, cut out part of the transdental, lower it down, and then I'll finally be able to put the proper bezel on. That's because this car was originally a manual trans. But overall, I am happy with the radio. Again, one thing I don't like about it is the position of the buttons, and there's no knob for it. But other than that, I think this will do the job. I'll have music, GPS, radio, all that stuff right on here. So if you guys want to pick this up, I'll have an Amazon link down below. Check it out, 100 bucks. Really can't go wrong for it. Works in probably pretty much everything. Just note that if your double din mount, if it's a little funky, yeah, this one was a little funky to install, but I did manage to get it installed and everything works pretty good. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and we'll see you next time.